Two hands, hold tight, pick your line. Okay, use your brakes, be smart. Good job. Use your brakes. Good job.
A couple of weeks ago, we got my two boys new mountain bikes, and they've been itching to get them out on the trails. It was last year that they were introduced to trail riding, and they've been hooked ever since.
You're good.
The last ride I went on, I left them at home, and they weren't too happy about that, but I did promise them that I'd take them out on the weekend. Well, the weekend arrived, we geared up, and headed out on a beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Pedal hard, see if you can do it. Good job, right?
My youngest son, who is 6, likes to try to break his distance record whenever we go out, and he made that clear to me when we were on our way. Last year we maxed out at 22 kilometers, so we had some work ahead of us.
Keep pedaling, you're doing good. You got it. You got it, keep going. You gotta be, what gear are you in? You swing gear 1. You can switch to 1 when you get going again. Good job, Bright.
Before we left, I planned on taking them to some trails that we've hit a lot in the past, but I also wanted to introduce them to some new ones. I filled them in on the plan, and they were all in.
Just ride. Okay, you got the pedal hard here. Try and get up. There you go, you're doing it. You're gonna do it. Good job. Nice work, boys. Awesome.
Because of the great weather, I was not surprised by how many people were out and about that day, but I was surprised at how little attention people were giving to social distancing. There were many large groups of people out for walks and bike rides, and they were not putting any thought into keeping their distance from any of the other groups. It was pretty disappointing to see. The boys and I did our best under the circumstances to stay clear of everyone we encountered.
Nice riding, guys. Right over the skinny. Yeah. Kind of. That's straight.
We made our way to one of the bridges and crossed over to the other side of the river, where they would get a chance to ride some new trails. They're not all that challenging, but I knew they would really enjoy them. They also run right alongside the South Saskatchewan River, which makes for some really great views. I settled on getting the boys the new 2020 Giant XTC Juniors, the 24-inch for my 9-year-old and the 20-inch for my 6-year-old. They came with an acceptable lineup of components and both offered 50mm of front suspension. The boys were pretty stoked when I called them outside and surprised them with their new rides. They were especially excited to see that they also had front suspension. The bikes didn't break the bank, and this was pretty important, since I'm still working on warming my wife up to the fact that good kids' bikes cost more than $200. When it comes to most things, I believe that you get what you pay for.
Good job. Good job.
I made it.
Good climb.
These bikes also seemed like a good transitionary step to gauging how serious the kids are about mountain biking. If they prove to me that this is something they really want to pursue, then I have no problem upgrading their bikes in the future. A lot of people balk at spending a lot of money on kids' bikes, but I don't look at it any differently than people spending hundreds or thousands of dollars to get their kids playing hockey or football, or really any type of organized sport.
Keep going, we got a bit. You hit it? Good. A little bit of an uphill here.
Even though their previous bikes had gears, I don't think they fully got the whole premise of them. This year I've been trying to focus on proper use of gears and when they should be shifting up or down. My 9-year-old definitely gets it, but sometimes needs a reminder that he should be changing gears. I would say my 6-year-old kind of gets it and definitely needs some prompting to change gears, but the main problem he's having is the physical act of shifting.
Just keep going straight. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of a jump. But it's a huck to flat. What? Don't worry about it.
Both bikes have grip twist shifters, which always seem to be pretty stiff when downshifting to the lower gears. My 6-year-old definitely struggles to physically do this, and it poses problems when he finds himself needing to shift while riding. I believe the twist grip shifters are supposed to be more kid-friendly, but I really think that a traditional thumb shifter would be easier for them. I'm really considering swapping them out if I can't make the twist grip ones work better.
Use your brakes. Awesome.
I've also been teaching them to get into an attack position when going downhill, while also trying to explain the reasons why it's a better approach than sitting.
I don't know.
We eventually made our way downtown and took a break at River Landing, a beautiful 36-acre riverfront park that includes pathways, residential development, restaurants, and other amenities. Even though our trek had already taken us about 12 kilometers from home, my 6-year-old wanted to continue pushing forward. I knew better and finally convinced him that we could cross the river at a nearby bridge and take a different route back home. He seemed to think that this was acceptable. The ride home turned out not to be as pleasant since we were riding directly into a blustery wind.
Use your legs to absorb the bumps.
Even though we had to stop for a few impromptu breaks, I was pretty impressed that they managed to push through. Even I was getting pretty discouraged by the wind. When we finally got home, I took a look at my Apple Watch and Strava was reporting that we had put in a 24.13 kilometer ride, a new record for our father-son group rides. Despite the struggle to get home against a strong headwind, the boys definitely showed me that mountain biking is something that excites them. I get that they're young, and a kid's interest can change from hour to hour, but I have high hopes that this is something that will stick. With every ride, I see their skills improving, and that's pretty encouraging. Today I was especially impressed at how they were able to clean most of the uphill sections of the trails. I think proper gear usage really hit home with my 10-year-old today, as I saw him taking advantage of his 1x7 drivetrain. My 6-year-old spent most of the day in first gear, so he was able to get up the hills pretty easily, but he was definitely working harder than he needed to on those flat sections.
Yeah. Yeah, just stop there.
Mountain biking is new to them, and to me as well,
No,
so I really look forward to progressing with them in this awesome sport that we can do together.
Take my hand, let's start running. I let you play this game. Somehow we'll never change. The night was our prime time. Sing it louder, sing it louder.
If you'd like to help this channel out, please hit that subscribe button and like this video. By doing that, you'll be supporting this channel. Until next time, thanks for watching, stay safe, and take it easy.